Hi guys, welcome back. This is Tarun again, back with another fitness video for you folks. So if you think being overweight or being fat is tough, I've got some news for you. Imagine the guys, who are generically very lean or skinny. Now, if you think, they are blessed, of course they are blessed because they can't put on weight, because that has been almost everyone's worry that, to stay lean all through the year or all through our lives. But, even skinny guys, which we typically call them ectomorphs. Ectomorphs are the guys, who have a tough time packing on muscle or gaining weight, have their own set of problems, guys. And almost every day I get questions from them that, Tarun, you talk about, people, with their weight gain issues, you talk about people, how to pack on muscle, but do something for people, who are skinny, who are having a tough time packing on muscle. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing a few of the things with you, as an ectomorph, which will help you gain muscle. Guys, remember, it's not going to be easy. Remember, you guys are born with good genetics, a fast metabolism. Fast metabolism means that whatever you would eat would typically get burned for energy like this, so you literally have to eat much more than usual. I love you guys for that, man, so that you could eat and get away with it and never put on weight. Ask people like me, man, who just, put on weight like this. When I say weight, I mean fat, not muscle, guys, because, we all have a set of issues, when it comes to food and training. Coming back to ectomorphs, coming back to you folks. So what exactly can you do which will help you pack on muscles, and especially removing skinny fat. Now, skinny fat is something, even though you're genetically lean and appear to be very skinny, but you still have that layer of fat around your belly. So what can you do? So let's go right at it. So first of all, guys, you really have to eat. Guys God has given you such a great metabolism. Why don't you make use of it? And when I say eat, I don't expect you to go to a McDonald's or a bloody any pizza corner. I want you to eat good amount of food. Now, this is a very tricky question, what to eat. Now, I'm sure you guys would think, okay, Tarun, we eat a set of protein, we take our whey protein powder, we do everything. That's where you get it wrong. You really don't have to take too much of protein, guys, because you are an ectomorph. So typically what you really 60 to 70% of your food intake should typically come from carbs, guys. And when I say carbs, what are your friends when it comes to food? Sweet potatoes, oats, rice, white rice, brown rice, quinoa. These are your set of things that will help you pack on muscle. And best time to take these carbs for you is you can take it all through the day, because chances of you, storing it for energy are very minuscule, so you would not be able to. So you have to eat. And yes, your protein intake should only be about 20%. And when you should take your protein is probably in your dinner along with your carbs, whey protein powder after your workout. And I've talked about gainers, guys. So you really don't have to invest in a gainer. You can make a gainer at home. And if you're a student or if you're a working professional, who's having a tough time packing on weight and muscle, here's what you can do. And I've discussed this in my previous videos too. Now there's summers, you can make a smoothie around it. What can you do? Obviously, I don't expect you to carry oats. Take a blender, put about 30 to 40 grams of oats there, 1 to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 1 scoop of whey protein powder, and boom, here's your recipe. Here's a high calorie meal for you, somewhere between 400 to 500 calories. Perfect. And if you want to further add more taste to it, add about 1 vanilla scoop of ice cream. Sugar-free ice cream is available at Mother Dairy or even Bell's ice cream. You can add that as well, guys. So this is exactly what you have to eat. You don't have to shy away from eating, guys, and not protein, but carbs. More is less for you. You have to eat more, at least 5 to 6 meals. Number 2, training. Now, if eating, you have to eat more. Training, you have to do less. You don't have to train 6 days a week, 5 days a week. You really have to train at just about 3 days a week, probably a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But you have to train heavy, guys. And I've seen a lot of ectomorphs, I've seen a lot of skinny guys, focusing too much on isolated movements, which includes the shoulder press, which includes, pretty much isolated movements. Start focusing on multi-joint movements, compound movements. So every workout of yours should have either of these 3 exercises. Either squat, you got to do squat, 2 deadlifts or 3 bench presses. You can design your training split accordingly, but you got to have these 3 exercises one of these exercises in almost all your workouts. But remember, you can't be doing light weights. You have to train heavy. That comes, brings me to my third point. What should be your training intensity? What should be your, load intensity? Your load should be about 70 to 80% of 1 rep max, which means you should be able to perform 6 to 8 repetitions. If your goal is hypertrophy but you're genetically lean, I would expect you to perform at least 6 to 8 repetitions so that you get into that zone of strength training and start packing on more mass. So this mass could be a little bit of water, but it'll still help you retain some more muscle, rather than if you're doing a 12 repetition or a 15 repetition, which is somewhere in between muscle endurance and hypertrophy. That's why I'm asking you to do 6 to 8 repetition. And what should be the number of exercises? Maximum to maximum 4 exercises, guys. If you're focusing, let's say, on your chest workout should be, you should have 1 or 2 warm-up sets. Number 2, your it should be bench press, 4 sets of bench press, and you have weight. Your weight should consistently go up in every set. Number 2 could be incline bench press. Number 3, you could do like a butterfly. Number 4, you could do pullovers. But remember, guys, heavy is the name of the game. You have to train heavy. And if you're thinking training light will get you anywhere, no, you'll just be wasting your time, guys. Next, something that I always tell you guys, because you're born with good metabolism, you really don't have to do too much of cardio. This is the worst thing you can do by putting so much of an effort in the gym and with your strength training, and then you're running on the treadmill or playing some sport. If your goal is specifically to pack on weight, guys, I would urge you to stop doing or stop playing any physical activity for a few days, because you're trying to gain more muscle, you're trying to gain more weight. So please minimize that activity for a few weeks, and you'll see that you'll be able to pack on more muscles, pack on more weight. So minimize your cardio, and when you minimize your cardio, you have to maximize your recovery. You have to sleep a lot, guys. You can't be compromising on your sleep. So sleep at least 6 to 8 hours. Remember, again, I'll emphasize, I've shared this with you. You grow not in the gym, you grow outside the gym when you're actually resting and recovering. Ectomorphs, guys, you guys are born with amazing, you're blessed. The only thing that you really have to worry about is the fact that you have to consistently eat. And I've talked about it, you have to eat carbs. The only thing you have to worry, and you don't even have to put too much of effort in the gym, because you only have to train 3 days a week. And in those 3 days, you have to ensure that you really break your body by doing heavy, super heavy, so that, you start gaining more muscle. And when you train heavy, that's why it's important for you to recover from that workout by sleeping, guys. So, and remember, you don't have to invest in gainers, you don't have to invest in everything else. Just about clean carb diet, plus alongside you can also take about 10 to 20% of protein in your overall and some fat, and you're good to go, guys. There is no rocket science, it's not tough, it's as easy and as complicated as you can make it to be. So I hope this video helps you. I hope all the ectomorphs out there get benefited out of it and try to make use of whatever little they can in their daily workouts and diet. So any one of you have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to me either on my Facebook, YouTube or Instagram, and I'll be very happy to help you with your training goals. So until we meet again, peace